Good evening, everybody, and welcome to 321 sportscast. Alan Slaughterzinski with you this evening, and a different take on team nights this evening as we welcome in, obviously not a high school team, we welcome in Brevard County's semi-pro basketball team. We have Danielle Espling and Corey Williams with us. Now, I'm going to have them introduce themselves. Corey is the owner, and Danielle, you pretty much do just about everything, right?
You could agree with that,
yes. You see Danielle doing everything from the marketing to dancing with the fans in the stands during the game.
You got it.
But I'm excited to have you guys here. I've had the privilege to cover a couple of your games, and Corey, I want to start with you because, first of all, congratulations. I think this is, your fourth year?
Yes.
Fourth year, and I'm fascinated by your story and how this began and how you were commuting over to Orlando to play for their semi-pro team, and you couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
But Greg Kite, former Orlando Magic center and two-time NBA champion with the Celtics, knew what kind of guy you were and just knew that the league could not be without you. Take us from that process to the birth of the Space Coast Stars.
Well, for starters, just big shout out to Greg and, just giving me the opportunity. But from there, when it happening, it just wasn't about me. I knew that we had a lot more talent over on this side. And whenever I got that opportunity, I told him, I was like, look, I got some good guys over here, and I would love to go ahead and have a team. So, whenever the opportunity did present itself, I went ahead, gathered up some guys, some that I didn't know and some that I did know. And I was like, hey, this is the opportunity that we have. We can do some good things here in Brevard County. And it just, like I said, it wasn't just about me.
And that's the thing that I love about Corey, Danielle, the entire organization. It isn't about them. The Space Coast Stars is also very, very much about the community, much like our other semi-pro partner, the Space Coast Tar Heels, and what Roger Lewis and their organization does. We're very blessed to have two semi-pro organizations here, in Corey and Roger and Danielle and Marty do a phenomenal job with outreach programs to the community. But before we talk about that, because Danielle, I want you to touch on that. Corey, you went to Astronaut High School. What year did you graduate?
2006.
Okay, so you're still young.
Kind of.
2006. Take us through your high school career a little bit.
Let's see. I'm going to actually tell you about my JV and varsity year. JV, I was actually a point guard.
Okay.
So, kind of one of the shortest people on the team.
Gotcha.
And it was funny because me and one of my friends, we joke about it to this day. We were wearing the same shoe size coming from JV.
Uh-huh.
So it would be a game like, man, I forgot my shoes. I'm like, all right, yeah, go ahead, wear mine. Varsity, growth spurt happens. So now I go from playing point guard to playing center.
Right.
And it was a big transition for me.
I mean, you kidding me? You went from, in 1 year?
In 1 year.
Wow. How tall are you now?
6'5".
6'5". Wow. So you go from playing point guard. So how were you? You a good ball player?
I was a good ball player. I got our MVP Eagle Award that year. We beat Rockledge.
Uh-oh.
That year as well.
Take that, Tracy.
Struggle with Coco. Shout out though. We got some Coco Tigers on the team as well.
Right.
But overall, from there I ended up actually earning a scholarship to Manatee Community College.
There you go.
Over in Bradenton, Florida, and I had earned another 2-year
good
scholarship.
program.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, great program.
Yeah. So. We'll get back to you in just a second because you, as a coach, captured a pretty cool award in March. We'll talk about that coming up in just a second. And again, let me reintroduce Danielle Espling. Danielle, first of all, welcome to the 321 Sportscast Studios.
Thank you.
So aside from everything, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
So I am the event coordinator for the Space Coast Stars. And just like Alan said, I do a lot behind the scenes. And actually with a lot of the community and with the fans that come to our games.
That's what's important. Talk a little bit about the Space Coast Stars and the community outreach. I mean, I know that you bring teams in, you know, all that you guys do, and it's important. And tell everybody where you play and how this all works.
So we have been an establishment for 4 years, and we've played from Bethany to Holy Trinity to this year we're at Calvary Chapel in West Melbourne. And, you know, like Alan said, we are heavily involved in the community. It's probably one of the biggest things that we focus on outside of the game of basketball. And what's nice is we bring basketball to the community to do the outreach for the community.
Yeah.
So
It really is. Again, you don't see that with every program, especially at this level, because look, these guys and Danielle have full-time jobs, so this is not, this is not something they wait all week to do, by the way. Okay?
I do.
And they're pretty good. At what they do. They're 7-1 this year. Have been to the finals in each of the last 3 years.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that too, because that's the elephant in the room: is how you going to finally win this championship.
Yes, it's going to be this year.
So we're going to talk about that coming up. But Corey, first of all, as an owner of a team, I know it's some out-of-pocket money for you. Obviously, talk a little bit about how you make it all work.
Just mainly the main focus is. One of my friends, Dre, told me this. He said, if it's God's will, then it's God's bill.
Gotcha. I like that.
Yeah, I love it.
Sounds like a plaque that needs to go up on this wall behind me.
Let's make it happen. So, I mean, that's what I stick with, So the great thing about it is, we have some great sponsors that definitely help out.
Give them a shout out. Who are some of the ones that that you need to tell?
Terry Parks.
Terry Parks.
Yes.
Coach Parks is amazing himself.
Oh yeah.
He's a great basketball guy, from Florida Tech to Vieira to, I don't know, what's he doing now?
he's doing recruiting now.
Is he?
Sports recruiting,
Sports recruiting. Coach Parks has always been very generous to me, so a big shout out to you, Coach Parks.
There we go. Aaron Lampkin.
Okay. Oh, there's another one. Right?
He does all of our game day photos and beyond. He is amazing.
I was going to say.
Amazing kid, big heart. He captures the game better than I think anybody else can. So it's shout out to Aaron. Go get it, Aaron.
I remember Aaron running around, was it Vieira?
Vieira High School.
And just, can I give you a card? Do you have
that is Aaron.
Do you have a card? And I was like, Aaron. Who is this kid?
Yeah. Very, very passionate about what he does.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Modern day Peter Parker.
Yes. That's
Right. Man.
Aaron, I'm sorry. I got to put your picture of Peter Parker on the screen. But there it is, right there.
It's so true. That's what we call him.
So Aaron does a great job. And, look, I know we've been fortunate to broadcast a couple of games. I know that the Friday Night Locker Room, Stephen Orville, quite honestly, when they approached me a couple of years ago and said, we're going to go broadcast the Space Coast Stars, I was like, well, what is that? And then I immediately fell in love with it. This is something that when you go to once, you want to come back again and again.
Right.
How did you guys create this atmosphere? What's the game plan to do this?
I mean, to be honest, you go to Orlando Magic game.
Right.
And whenever you go to Orlando Magic game, the fans feel like they're also a part of the game.
Right.
So that's the same feeling we want our fans to have whenever they come to one of our events. They're like, hey, it's not just them out there playing, but it's also us getting out, interacting with the fans, making them feel like family. And that's what it's really all about.
How do you find time to do any of this? You're a mom, a sports mom, full-time. I mean, how do you find, you got some little peeps that need to be on 321 sportscast.
Yes, I do. I do. She's coming up.
Yes.
Let me just tell you.
Yes, she is. She's a great soccer player. How do you find time to squeeze this in?
Listen, it's my passion.
Yeah.
I love the kids. I love the community. I love the game of basketball. It all ties in together, and it is my passion. I love it.
You love sports.
Yes.
You also have you want to do some sports broadcasting too, don't you?
Sure, let's do this.
Yeah, so,
I don't know. We may have to talk about how.
Right, exactly. Right. We'll have to make it. We'll have to make it all work.
It could work. It could work.
What is this? Listen, semi-pro teams and semi-pro organizations, and this is really kind of the serious nature of the beast here. What's the state of the franchise? In other words, if a fan were to fall in love with what it is you do, and you will, when a fan falls in love with what it is that you guys are doing, can they know comfortably you'll be back next year?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because you find that,
Right.
and that's a question. A lot of people will ask me, well, is this a 1 year thing? No, this is 4 years here, ladies and gentlemen, and very successful 4 years.
Right.
How do you make it a success? That's to either one of you. Because there's a lot of bumps in the road with anything, as we're finding out here on 321 Sportscast. We're 6 weeks old, so we understand that process. But how have you guys maintained 4 good years so far?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I think one of the biggest things is just building through the team. you know, and really establishing, okay, like now, you know, it's like you're reaching into the younger players that may be coming back from college. They want to, you know, get a chance, or some of the other guys out in the community that can actually play, and we know we put them on this platform for them to go ahead and, you know, either get looks overseas or anything like that. So it helps the guys out, and in return it helps the community out, because you're getting good quality basketball. And, you know, whenever you do come to the game, you do experience things. Like you said, fans are going to want to come back. When's the next game?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we want to go.
You make that happen in the facility, and it is a great atmosphere. The music, the merchandise, it's all important. It ties in. Talk about the importance of it and how much it means to the franchise to have that atmosphere, to have this merchandise.
It's about the community. It really genuinely is about the community and the kids. We thrive so much on seeing those kids smile. We don't know what they're going through or how, you know, their life is outside of what we do as a basketball team. But when they come in and their smiles and they're like, Miss Danny, and they're coming up looking for candy or some kind of basketball or something, you know, it brightens my day because I reach to them.
Right.
But in reality, the true gift is them reaching to me.
I think one of the coolest things that I always ask owners of teams or coaches or ADs is, we love what you do for the community, but it's okay to sit up here on this platform and tell the community, what is it you need from Brevard County?
Just support. Just come out, come support. You know, we one of those one of those organizations that we're going to give back. And your kids, they're going to be receiving a lot from it. Whether it's, you know, whenever we have our camps, clinics, you know, we'll have sponsorships, you know, that goes towards that. So, you know, that's one of the biggest things. And that's what we love to do, because outside of just having, you know, your semi-pro team, you also have the camps that we're able to go ahead and coach in. You know, we're able to give back that way, and that's what we want to keep doing.
You know, I think it's vital, if you want to continue to be able to have the opportunity to see great basketball like the Space Coast Stars or great semi-pro football, that you support these organizations and families, because that's what these organizations are. They're families. And I think it's important to know that once you go one time, you were accepted in as their family.
Yes.
And what would you like to see what would you like to see from Brevard County?
I would love for you to come to a game. I would love for you to experience our Stars family, because that's really truly what it is. It's a Stars family. And, you know, like Alan said, the minute you walk into the court, there's music, there's cheering, there's sound effects, there's giveaways. I'm always giving away stuff.
And she's always dancing.
Always dancing, always giving away stuff. I have kids in the stands doing trivia, getting airheads. Like it's just,
it's awesome.
It's literally like a mini Orlando Magic.
It is.
Here in Brevard County.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we've taken that huge platform of professional basketball and put it into the semi-pro here in Brevard County. And let me tell you, the guys can play.
Yes, they can.
They can play.
It's great high-flying basketball.
And it is no joke. It is great basketball.
Yes.
And, you know, you got to come out. You got to come out. You got to support our next last home game. Already. It fly by. Is July 20th. And if you come to any game, come to that game, because it is against the reigning FBA champions. So we beat them already this year. Sorry, guys. But we're looking to beat them again.
Well, and that's a great segue.
It's all good, family, fun, great competition.
Until tip-off, baby.
And then it's game on.
That's right. That's a great segue into, well, before we get to that real quick, I just want to give you a quick shout-out and congratulations, as you were named the 2019 Junior NBA Coach of the Year by the Orlando Magic.
Thank you.
There's that picture on the screen. That was pretty cool. Tell me about that.
It actually caught me off guard.
Yeah?
It really did, because normally, you know, I always do the Space Coast Stars Junior NBA camps and stuff like that, or Junior Magic Academies. And I believe whenever the opportunity presented itself, the guy, you know, one of the reps was just like, hey, why don't you just, you know, send this out?
Right.
You know, see if you could be, you know, the Coach of the Year nominee. It's like, we kind of see what you're doing and we like it. So I was like, okay. So, big thank you to our fans that were able to go ahead and
Yes.
submit anything in on me on that. And
Well, they had to. You won.
I know, right?
That's good stuff, man.
Yes,
and
yes.
there's the picture there on your screen. You look surprised.
I was. So,
That's a nice award.
Yes.
All right, let's get to that elephant in the room.
Uh-oh.
3 straight years to the finals.
Well, looking like LeBron.
I wasn't going to say that. You said that.
You said that.
7-1 this year.
Yes.
What is different about your team? Why can you win the championship this year as opposed to why you couldn't the last 3?
It comes down to really consistency from the guys and egos. And I believe this year, everyone actually has that in check.
Okay.
And that's one of the hardest things to actually get over on this platform because,
Yes.
of course, everyone wants to go to that next level. How can I utilize it for me? But this year, honestly, I see a lot of guys are buying into what we're doing and the longevity of it. So whenever you do have that, of course, that's how championships are also won.
You do a lot of scoring in this league.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Up and down the
yes.
floor.
It's nonstop.
It is.
It's nonstop.
And that's the draw of it.
Right.
What type of basket? I mean, aside from high flying, how do you stress defense in a league like this? Or are the egos, and I'm going to ask your players when they come up here, are the egos too much where, you know what, you just better make sure you hit your shots?
No, I mean, you know what you have and you know the system that you want to run with. So, we are a run and gun team and, we can lock down defensively when needed, which, we need to do that a lot more. Whenever it comes down to it, a lot of guys in this league in the FBA, they are very skilled. And just last weekend, probably a guy hit maybe like 6 or 7 3-pointers with good defense on them. These aren't high school.
No, they're not. They're not college either.
No, I mean, they range from ages 20-something to the oldest in the league is 40.
It is semi-pro. You've
yeah.
got guys that
Yeah.
sign contracts to go play professionally overseas.
Right.
Okay.
Or they're just down here just getting their workouts for
Right.
the summer
Yeah.
before they return back.
Yeah.
So
It's a beautiful thing. It really is. So, all right, I feel like that I'm ready. I'm ready for this championship run, guys.
me
So
too,
Yeah.
trust
are
me.
we.
I know how excited. Now, there's all the information on the screen, how you can support the organization, where they play, ticket information, remaining games, all of that good stuff. And should they make the playoffs, how does the playoff system work?
So with playoffs, it will depend on who obviously ranks in teams to play. And then if we, we're doing, will be home court advantage.
Right. What you had last year.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Broke my
Yes,
heart.
we did.
We're gonna work at it again this year to keep
We got
that.
it. We got it.
We have
We
to.
got this.
I have full confidence. I
So-
know
so
it's
do I.
going to happen.
So do we. We know. We know.
I just think back to, and I don't mean to bring up a bad memory, but to me, the turning point in that series last year was Game 1 at Holy Trinity.
Yes.
Just after halftime, there was a 10-2 run, and that was it for the rest of the series. And it's crazy because when great teams play great basketball, sometimes it takes just that.
Yep.
And that's what
And it
happened.
can happen. And
Yeah.
it happens. And you prepare all season for it. You go hard all season. You have an undefeated season.
Yes.
And you bleh.
Yeah.
And
I
it
mean,
happens.
it's
It
a
happens.
yeah.
You aren't alone.
It's growth.
Ask
It's
Tom
growth.
Brady. Tom Brady can tell
Yes.
you all about it too.
It's
Yeah.
growth.
So
Well, I mean,
growth.
basketball is just it's a game of runs,
Yeah.
and that's the biggest thing. And unfortunately, during the game,
You know,
that-
you remember.
Oh yeah, I fouled out.
it will be different this year.
Absolutely.
It will be.
I want to make sure that people fully understand what's coming up and what's available to them. So why don't
Okay.
you take it away?
Okay, so on July 20th is our last home game at Calvary Chapel, West Melbourne. And the game will tip off at 12 o'clock. And what we're going to do for our fans and new fans that will become our family,
That's right.
we are going to ask if you will help support the Backpack Bash. So if you will bring in 2 school supplies, whether it's packs of paper, pencils, crayons, notebooks, whatever your little heart desires, we are going to put that together and donate that to the Backpack Bash,
Yes.
with the admission being $5.
How about that?
Woohoo!
Half
Because
price.
normally it's
Price.
$10 to
Right.
get into our game. So we would love for you to donate 2 school supplies, two school supplies, and get in for $5.
You know,
It is going to be amazing. And you're going to see some seriously amazing basketball.
There's no doubt, and I think it's important
Yes.
because when you talk about school supplies in this county, it's also important to know that even if you look at the Children's Hunger Network, the numbers are amazing how many kids in this community are on free or reduced lunches.
Yeah.
So these school supplies are critical, and there's no better avenue if you're a sports fan than to get your butts down and
Here we
make
go.
sure you
Yes.
donate your school supplies.
Yes. Yeah, I'm asking for two school supplies, get you in for $5. And what's so awesome about the Backpack Bash, Alan, I can't even, it's amazing. To get into the Backpack Bash game, there is no admission fee. It is a school supply. Because what we're going to do is we take all the school supplies that are donated for your admission to the Backpack Bash, to our last home game, and we donate it to the local schools in Brevard County that
That's
are in
amazing.
need. And all the kids that come to the game, we're looking to give out vouchers. We did it last year. Very successful.
We
100
broadcast that
backpacks.
game.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did. 100 backpacks. First 100 kids. And if we have more, we'll figure out how to get backpacks.
Awesome.
I just want you to come and enjoy some great basketball and let us take care of you.
That's amazing, and thank you, Corey, and thank you, Danielle, for all that you do for the community, and thank you for the great basketball.
Yes.
Get down,
Come
down
on
to
down.
Chapel and check. Come on
Yes,
down.
come on
You will
down.
love it.
Prices, and the price will be right.
It will
Yes.
be. It will
Yes.
be.
With 2 school supplies, and that doesn't mean you buy a pack of pencils and take 2 pencils out. You buy 2 packs of pencils and bring both packs down. That's how that works.
That's
okay?
it.
Yes.
So-
Come on down.
As we close up, and again, we'd like to thank Corey and Danielle for coming on. I want you each to look into that camera and tell Brevard County one thing you want them to know about the Space Coast Stars. Corey?
We are a very hardworking organization that uses our platform to help build and elevate our youth. And so it'd be great to go ahead and see some kids from high school, like we have one now on the team, end up playing for us, in the future. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. We want to stick around and keep that going.
Danielle?
Okay, I'm up. I, being the event coordinator for the Space Coast Stars, would love to see more fans come out and support. The more that comes out, the more that knows who we are, the more that we're in the community to do other outreaches. We're at camps, we're at clinics, games, you name it, we got it. We have a huge event coming up again.
Yes, tell
We'll
us
talk
all
about
about
it.
it,
So our back.
Tell us about that event.
I will.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
right now.
Yes. Yes, I forgot about that. My bad. Tell us
I wouldn't
about
let us forget
All
about
right.
this. This is huge for everybody.
Yes, tell everybody.
So last year we started our first Backpack Bash. And it's so fun because you try to say it really fast and you can't, but I try. Backpack Bash.
I'm trying to-
Got it.
That was
Try
close.
it. Do
That was
it.
close.
Backpack. Nope.
Yep,
no,
see, there you go.
bash. Yep, backpack bash.
Backpack Bash.
That sounds like a duck. Backpack bash.
It is the Backpack Bash, and what we do is we have a charity game, and we play against the Brevard County Sheriff's enforcers.
Yes.
And it's amazing, amazing, amazing. Last year we played at the Cocoa YMCA.
That was a great game.
And this year we are going to go ahead and Palm Bay High School is going to host us this year.
Very cool.
So we're going to be down in Palm Bay, and we're going to play against the Sheriff's Office. And it's August 2nd at 6 o'clock p.m. And it is going to be amazing.
So you got, let's see, I know they still got that 3-point shooter down there.
Oh, listen, yeah.
He's awesome. And
He's
Coach-
coming.
and Coach-
He's
I'm
coming.
going to tell you, Coach
We're talking
Alfrey.
about Carl?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, Carl. You hear that?
Coach Alfrey was over at Court Kings last Friday scouting out Court Kings for players.
That's fine.
So
They can
come
get
on
this work.
now.
Yeah, right. Great stuff from Corey Williams and Danielle Espling. Danny, we'll call her Danny. Make sure you say hello when you come to your first
Yes,
Stars game.
please, 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 please.
And stay tuned again, coming up here Saturday for Space Coast Stars basketball action. For Corey and Danielle, I am Alan with 321 Sportscast.